Hey guys, so today I'll be showing you how to change the projector lens as well as the projector bowl on a E46 Facelift Coupe and Convertible. There's not many videos out there, so I'll be taking you through the process. I've already done one of my lights and I've used this kit from Retrofit Labs. So it's a E46R projector kit for left-hand drive traffic, and it comes with a new projector lens and projector bowl. So this particular light I'm doing is a xenon light with automatic leveling. I'll show you the new projector now. As you can see, this is the new projector and the projector bowl. You can see the old one. So this is what happens. Basically, the bowl gets burnt. You can see there's actually like a little burnt mark there. And generally, it's not as shiny. The whole bowl is kind of cloudy, and obviously that's gonna be an issue where the light's not gonna reflect as good as it would on a shiny surface. Which is the issue I was having. The light output just wasn't great at all. It was worse than halogens. So as you can see, this is the old projector lens. Doesn't look too bad actually. It doesn't really look cloudy or burnt or anything like that. So clearly the bowl is at fault here. As well as my 20-year-old lenses, as you can see. Some of you might have noticed that these headlights aren't standard. I've already opened them up and modified them. I've put angel eyes in, and I've also fly tinted this indicator piece. So the way these headlights are sealed up, they have a butyl type material sealing them, which needs to be heated up to then be able to pry it apart. There's also two screws, one on this edge and another one right here. So we'll get these undone first. Just gonna go through some of the tools I'll be using. So we'll need a T20 Torx head, Allen key, I'm not sure on the size, a Phillips head, preferably one with the magnet, just makes your life a little bit easier. Tend to not lose bolts as easily. A swivel. We'll need one of these screwdrivers with a socket on the end. Could also use just a ratchet with an extension. I like to use a heat gun to help me separate the headlight. So you have to heat up the butyl material till it becomes pliable, and then you pry the headlight apart using a pry tool. Please do bear in mind, this is going to ruin your pry tool. So you can buy a cheap one that you don't really care about. Yeah, so let's start with separating the headlight. So first I'm gonna undo these bolts. It's T20, one here, one here. Okay, so I've taken out the two T20 screws. I'm now ready to start heating up the edges of the headlight lens. So what I like to do is I like to heat up pretty much the whole headlight all the way around. Just make sure you don't hang about in one spot for too long, or you'll start melting the plastic. As you can see, this area I've hung about a bit too long, and it's kind of deformed it now a little bit. It's not really an issue. I've got some new butyl which you can buy on eBay for a couple pound, and I'll be resealing this whole headlight anyways, but I'll show you that stage when we get to it. So yeah, what you want to do is just kind of go around the whole headlight, get it nice and warm, and once you do that, what I then do, I focus on small areas, just get it a little bit warmer, and then take my pry tool, and first of all I unclip the light, and then I start trying to pry it apart, and then at that point you will see the butyl will be pliable, and what you can do while you're trying to pry it apart, you can put some more heat onto it, and then you'll see it start to separate. Yeah, just go around the whole headlight bit by bit. Just be patient. Now you also don't want to get too much heat in. Right, so as you can see, I've got this part of the headlight all opened up now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue going around the whole headlight in sections and pry them open. As soon as I've got a little gap going, put some heat into it, just pry it slowly, and then yeah, I'll do that on the whole headlight, and eventually all of it will be pried open. So I'll get back to you once I've done that. So now that we've got the headlight lenses separated, we're going to focus on this area. This is what we're changing, as well as the projector bowl. I can already see this is burnt. Hard to see, but yeah, this one's actually worse than the other one. This is the driver's side headlight if you're in the UK. So yeah, this one is definitely worse, and there's even got some discoloration here on the back of it. It's really hard to tell on camera, but it's kind of red. Okay, so what you can do if you bought a new butyl strip, which I do have, just get it. So yeah, so you can see new strip, which I will be using to reseal the headlight. So you can just sort of reuse what's already there, the glue that's already there, and the way you do it is you'd heat it back up, and just seal it again. Once you push it back together, just heat it up, and then let it cool off, and should be good to go. Now that doesn't guarantee a perfect seal, so you might start getting some condensation later down the line, so I recommend just replacing it. So last time I've just reused what was already there. Didn't really give me any issues, but if you're kind of resealing the second time around, I would definitely change it just to be on the safe side, because you don't want to do the whole job again. And while the existing glue is nice and warm, I would suggest using a screwdriver again that you don't need because it's going to ruin it. Just clean it all up, just push it all the way around. As you can see, it's just goo. So yeah, clean it all out. If you're fitting a new strip, if you're not, leave it there. Just be mindful. Mostly we're changing the projector, but you don't really want to get it on anything, because it just doesn't come out easily, and it's super messy. So now I've got the light all cleaned up around the edges. I'm going to move on to actually removing the projector lens. The way I do it is I separate the lens into two parts. So the projector lens and the bowl. And once they're separated, I kind of extend the headlight using this adjuster to make more space here. And then I'll basically slide the back part of it, the bowl, through this gap here, and also this comes off this way, and then putting it back together, same thing, split the new projector in half, and then slide the back part in through here, and then the lens through this way, and just screw them back in together and get it back into place. So I'll show you how to do that. The way to split these projectors from the bowl is quite straightforward. So if you can see that screw there, undo this one. There's one there in the corner. I've already taken this ground off. And there's also another one there right in the bottom. So 3 screws. This bottom one, you'll need a swivel or a ratchet. This one will undo easily with just a screwdriver. And this ground here, it goes in this back under the screw here. You just take this off. So I'll undo all those screws. So now that the screws on the back of the projector bowl are out, you are going to want to take out the screws on the front. So you see one here, and one on the bottom there on the left, and then another one on the right. So once you take these out, you'll be able to split the projector in half. The 4 screws are now out, so I can take this out. Just trying to be as careful as I can. Don't want to scratch anything. Just part one. So as you can see, it's a little bit tight now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the distance between this part and this part and knock that down, so that we can adjust it back to what it was before. So I'll note that down, and then I'll start adjusting this to give us a little bit more room to slide this out. Yep, so I've used an Allen key to turn this as far out as it went. You'll feel it. You'll start feeling a bit of resistance, a bit of clicking. So don't push past that. As you can see, there's a lot more space in, a lot more room to take this out. So what I'm going to do, just carefully slide this out. And just to show you what the old projector looks like, projector bowl. You can see it is burnt and cloudy and definitely will not work as it should. So I've already separated the new projector, and I've done this by undoing the 4 screws in each of the corners. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this part through here, and then I'm going to assemble it again. Once I assembled it, I'm going to put in the 3 screws, one here, here and here, just as the old one had. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So that's the new projector all installed now. It's very straightforward. There's little tabs that you can use to align it before you screw it in. And each the corner, and then yeah, you can see right there. And once you align them, this will then hold, and then you can screw each corner in, and then you have the 3 screws to screw it back into the housing. Just like the old one. Now you will be, so I'll plug it in as well. You will have this, and you can no longer plug it in anywhere. This on the old projector would hook on a screw in this corner, but since the screws on the new projector they don't protrude past the threads, there's nowhere to hook this up. So what I've done on the other headlight, just use pliers to make this smaller so that it can go into this little hole there, and it should still hopefully act as a ground. It is tight in there, you can't move it easily. I've now fit that into that hole there. What I've done as well, I've dribbled a little bit of super glue on top of it, just to hold it in place a bit more, even though it was snug and it wasn't really moving, just to be safe. Don't really want it to pull out. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that's required, but it just well, it was there to begin with on the old projector, so I feel like doing this is doing the right thing. Although Retrofit Labs have mentioned that possibly that's not required, so we'll see. Hopefully everything works when I put it back together. But now with that, I'm ready to assemble the light again. And assembling the light is, as you might guess, just the reverse of disassembling it. So I'm gonna get everything assembled. I'm gonna lay a new strip of butyl around because I've cleaned all that up, and then I'll seal everything back up. I'll put the bulbs in, which is definitely a lot easier to do outside the car than inside. And after that, the light will be ready to go back in the car, but I'll show you how everything looks once I've assembled it and put it back together. And there we go, that's officially done. Just looks brand new.